Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's JB the Ranch Mechanic. This is Fast Tip Friday. Today, we're going to be talking about this guy, which is a Ram 3500 dually, 2007, with a 6.7 Cummins in it. It has a really noisy power steering pump. So I'm going to show you a somewhat easy trick to bleed any air out of the lines of your power steering system that might be causing the noise. Now, this does not work for every vehicle, and if your power steering pump is bad, it's bad. This is not going to work. But if the noise is being caused just by air in the lines, this is a really fast and easy way to bleed the system and get that air out and make that pump a lot more quiet. So I think that's what's going on with this guy, but we're going to give it a try. Let me spin the camera around. I'll show you what's up. All right, guys, we got our hood up. Now, on this particular vehicle, again, this truck has a 6.7 Cummins in it, and the power steering reservoir and pump are right down yonder. You can't see it because of the shadows, but that is the lid right there for the power steering pump. Now, what you want to do is jack the front of your vehicle up so that the front tires are just slightly off the ground. This has a solid front axle on this truck, so I have one jack under the pumpkin here, another one up on the axle, and we just have the tires slightly elevated off the ground, maybe about an inch on each side. Now, you don't need to go crazy with this, and you'll notice that I don't have jack stands underneath here. So we're not messing with the tires or anything. We're not going to be getting underneath the vehicle. I'm not worried about jack stands for this particular application, because if one of these jacks happens to fail, the worst that's going to happen is that truck is only going to travel down an inch, and then whenever the suspension compresses, and I'm not going to be anywhere underneath it. So I'm not using jack stands for this particular application, but I recommend that you do anytime you work under the vehicle, just to be safe. So we want to get these tires up off the ground because we don't want to have any load on the power steering system at all. It's also helpful to drive the vehicle for about 10 minutes, or do this when you get back from the, running errands, going to the grocery store, whatever, just to get the power steering pump and fluid warm. We don't want it to be slow and sluggish because the oil is cold. The idea here is to get any trapped air that's in the lines out. And if it's hot, it's going to flow easier and that air is going to come out easier. So with the vehicle up off the ground, just crack your power steering cap open. Ooh, see, I got hear that little puff there? Clearly there was some air trapped in there, which is a good sign. So what you want to do after you get the vehicle warm, get that cracked, leave the cap in place, just leave it loose so that any air that gets in there can vent itself out. Then all you want to do is go back into your driver's seat, start the vehicle up. Again, making sure that your front tires are off the ground ever so slightly. Get in here. I'm going to close the door here because this has an aftermarket exhaust tune and all kinds of crap, and it's very loud. So anyway, go ahead and start it. Now again, we have our front tires off the ground, and then you want to go lock to lock on your steering about 20 times. So just go back and forth, lock to lock. So that's what I'm going to do. Turn until it stops. Turn until it stops. And just repeat this process until you've gone back and forth about 20 times. And again, our tires are not on the ground right now, so there's no load on the system other than it moving. So, time to fast forward. All right, I kind of lost count there. I think that was 20. And if you go 30, if you go 25, if you go 18, it's fine. You want to do this just to make sure that the fluid's moving and you're forcing any air bubbles out to the reservoir and out that open cap. So now that we've got that done, we'll go ahead and shut the vehicle back off, hop out, and secure our power steering cap. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and secure our cap again, make sure that's good and tight. That's all the way closed now. And we'll let our vehicle back down gently. See, that's all. It was only off the ground about an inch, so now that jack's down and it barely moved. So again, that's the reason I wasn't using jack stands. Not terribly necessary for this as long as you're careful and you're not working underneath the vehicle. So now our vehicle is back down. Go ahead and pull our jacks out. And if you only have one jack, that's cool. Jack up one side, put a jack stand under it, and go to the other side. There you go. Same thing. So we'll go ahead and close our hood. Let me open the sliding doors here, and then we'll back out and go for a drive, and we'll see the results. Hopefully I was right. We'll see. Well, that's noticeably quieter. It's still making a little bit of noise, but yeah, that's much better. no noise at all now. I wish I would have got this before I started this whole bleeding process, because every time you turn the steering, it would just be like, "Wah."
What the hell?
Yeah, that's my power steering pump impression. But that is quite a bit better. Outstanding. Well, it happened to work for this vehicle. Hopefully it works for yours. Thank you guys very much for watching. I appreciate it. If you like this tip, go ahead and give me a like, and go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to try to put out one of these quick tips every Friday. It's the first time I've ever committed to actually doing anything on a regular basis, but these are pretty short, quick videos, so I'm hoping that I'll have enough content to be able to do that for you. So again, go ahead and click that like button, subscribe if you want to see more, and thank you very much for watching. You guys have a great weekend, and we'll catch you on the next one. See ya.